All right. So crime doesn't pay, apparently. In fact, the crimes that I was given were not enough. I guess really, I, I don't know how I only got 3 wins. Or not even 3 wins. Not even 3 wins. That was absurd. I'm going to watch that back and just see, did I play this wrong? Or was it the opponent that was insane? I will say the 8 damage from hand opponent was insane. Like, there were some stuff, but like... Alright. Kellen joins up. You need a legendary creature for this to see play. Yeah, no. Fierce Retribution, Sheriff Safe Passage. That ain't big enough. Let's see. Destroy target attacking creature. Fine enough. Destroy target tapped creature, you gain 2 life. We have a lot of white kill spells already. Okay, so Cactus Folk Sure Shots is very much going to make the deck like a powerhouse. But I think I'm going to take the there's a statement. I'm going to go with Bread, which is bombs, removal, evasion, aggro, dirtle. And both of these are removal, so I'm going to pick one of these. So either Ariet's Lullaby or Fierce Retribution. I think it's going to be the Lullaby. The destroy target creature for 6 isn't very important for this, and the gain 2 life might be important for this. Alright, Slick Shot Show Off. Okay. I need a lot of non-creatures for that, so I'm not sure I can play that here, and I just saw a Congregation Grift. This single-handedly won another person the game in a previous match, so I think we're going with the Congregation Grift. This Lawbringer? Every time it's R's and L's, man. Ruthless Lawbringer. This is good card, but not like I need the creatures. I think I'm just going to go with general good stuff. This is a bomb powerhouse that's going to win me the game. This is just removal. I already have removal. Yeah, I'm going with this. Desperate Bloodseeker is good. Like, there are a lot of good cards. But Townsfolk would be the safe pick, but if I see no reason to go safe. If you're going speculative, I choose Congregation over Slick Shot. Yeah. Double Down has not worked in my experience. Double Strike, as long as you committed a crime this turn. That's pretty interesting. So either a 2/2 that could get Double Strike, or a 2/2 that can destroy artifacts or enchantments. From my play, I don't think I remember any times where destroying an artifact or enchantment would make a difference. Note, I am actually thinking Bridled Bighorn. It is a mount. It is a mount, and it could crew Congregation Grift. Grift into Bighorn is a curve. But I think 2-drops are important. This is a very good 2-drop. Even if I don't commit a crime, it's a bear. If I do commit a crime, it's an unblockable bear. Or it's a very deadly bear. At Knife Point, did a lot of work. And I think I'm not going to stick to one color endlessly. We could be white. I think black-red is a little too much of a splash. A little too off the curve. But I would not be against. I am not against a Scorching Shot as a kill spell. I'm not against a Desperate Bloodseeker. I'm not against an Explosive Derailment. We saw another Desperate Bloodseeker earlier. We saw the black-white card. This is a card that commits crimes. I'm going to try the Bloodseeker and possibly go white-black. If Knife Point somehow tables all the way around, we'll take it. Pylons. Yeah, there aren't bad cards here, but... Alright, Inspiring Vantage. Just a nice red-white land. This is... Okay, so this is a kill spell, plus it's a recovery spell, so I think this is actually really powerful. I think I'm going to take it. Rictus Robber is just a decent creature. Stagecoach Security is a great top end. Skullduggery, if you know how to play this, is insane. I'll be honest, I don't really know how to play this. This has 2 different ways of triggering Omen Port Vigilante. Like, yeah, I'm just going to go with the Getaway Glamour. The uncommon usually is powerful. We have enough white spells. We only have 1 black, we only have 1 green. We haven't chosen another path other than white so far. Fling, Arid Archway, Wanted Griffin. Honestly, the Long Griffin has been doing work. Just 4 mana, just a flyer that, if they kill it, still makes resources pretty good. Removal's pretty nice. Arid Archway is a great way to make sure I get my lands and don't get too many lands at the same time. I think I'm gonna pick. Does Griffin always make my deck? That is the big question. Because Archway's always making my deck. This is very safe. I think it's just the bear card. Repulse I like. Hellspur Brutes. We have a Mercenary. Yeah, I think we're just seeing a lot of red cards, and this is a good red card to just like be the white-red aggro deck that's been blowing us out of the water recently. So I say go for it. Yep. And it looks like red, right, white was the color combination. I'm going to pick another Ariad's Lullaby. I know it's more of a controlling card for an aggro deck. And like Brimstone Roundup is capable of being a mercenary an army in a can, but kill spells are kill spells, and this is a very safe kill spell. But it's looking like just by what we're being offered, red-white is the colors we get to play this time. Definitely white. Definitely white. Other color has not been decided. But yeah, nice, very low, sharp curve. Deal with their threats in the early game. Make threats in the early game. Yeah, all three of these commit crimes, and then this benefits from crimes. All right. Hey, look, Sterling Supplier made it around. This card is just good evasive threats, and it makes other threats more powerful. Yep. Rattleback's around. Raven of Fell Omens. Looks like white-black is a color combination that's being just given to people, but I'm going to stick with white first, and then... So if I see the white-black uncommon in this next pack, because I believe it's the next pack where it is, I'm probably going to go white-black. But this guy right here. All right. So yeah, I have a Desperate Bloodseeker. I have a removal spell. 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 I have big creatures. Cool. So I think we're just going to do like Orzhov removal sort of stuff. Next, we need to look for creatures that I could sacrifice, like mercenary token generators. Well, making a bunch of sheep sounds like exactly what I was asking for. So, Bighorn's perfect. Weensmith or Pylons? I think I'm going to be playing sorcery speed most of the time, so this Weensmith doesn't really see play. So, going to go this way. Quill Charger. Unless I see a good reason, I think we're going white. Love this card, but no way the mana value. I could get splashed. No splashing allowed, basically. Stagecoach. So the question is Stagecoach Security or Rooftop Assassin? When we get a bunch of 1/1 tokens, Rooftop's going to be the stronger card. I'm thinking I kind of want to play Sorcery Speed. Last game, I was playing Instant Speed, and they just played around it really well, and that kept screwing me over, and that's part of why I lost so much. This is a great top-end finisher that I could just plot away. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Stagecoach Security first. I only have 2 black cards right now, and I have 2 red cards, so we're not even certain which color we're in, but I don't really like any of these red cards. Journey to Nowhere, just immediately 2 mana kill spell. Yep, we're definitely in white. No questions, we are in white. So I think we're in white-black. White-red's a possibility. Let me just pull out the Mardu cards. All right. Falk Lynch, Spire Bluff. Pick of the Shield's okay. Ooh, I just realized this is Rakish Crew. So it makes a token, and it makes any mercenary drain. Is in each opponent, not target opponent, which is a little unfortunate. But, like, see, that's an assassin. I guess I don't have as many mercenaries as I thought, but this allows me to go mercenaries, and draining is definitely one of my favorite things to do. Orzhov Drain. Orzhov Extort, I had a lot of fun. I know most people would hate me, but I had a lot of fun with that deck, so 6 creatures, 5 non-creatures, and that is kill, 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 kill. So 4 of those 5 non-creatures. One of those 5 is a creature, and the other 4 are all kill spells. So, alright. Well, Bighorn or the Skullduggery? I think it might be the Skullduggery. Bighorn's fine. I mean, it does make me a bunch of sheep that I could sack to the Lawbringer, but I need to actually get presence, and Skullduggery guarantees I get that presence. I think from what I'm finding, I will get more Bighorns. I will not get more Skullduggeries. I think that is my decision point between the two. I still could technically go red. I think I'm going to possibly just go mono white. And it's really convinced me no, but also Vengeful Townsfolk. Alright. Like, I'm not getting bad cards. These are all really good cards. We got mono blue went 7 wins. Why not let mono white get a shot at it? Yeah. We already have plenty of kill spells. Painted Arnix. Arynx. Yeah. I think so. I do like the Skullduggery. I will not deny that, but I just... Why splash colors? We know that monocolor has worked before, that people will give it to me. Why fight? I'm going to leave the red in here because just like... Alright. Raven of Fell Omens? Or do we, if we're going the mono-white, just say we have Miriam and Congregation Gryff. And we have a lot of mounts. Honestly, just mono-white splashing green might be the combination. Humiliate. Bucolic Ranch. Vengeful Townsfolk. I think we... Like, the curve shows that we need more 3-drops. And if we're going mono-white, we need to pick up as many playable mono-white cards as we can. Bucolic Ranch. Okay, so I picked that at the last second because of the following theme. That Bucolic Ranch is a win condition because it can look for mounts. And Congregation Gryff is a mount. Miriam loves mounts. The Arnix, the Bighorns. Like, we have a lot of mounts already. And like I said, that always... Those sort of cards always make the deck. I think we Sterling Hound, just try to stick with the strategy. Form a Posse is pretty nice, but we don't really have the payoffs. And our curve says we need more 3s. Another Bucolic Ranch. And like, we get to play these deserts because we have the lands for it. Put a card from your graveyard on bottom of your library. I honestly would rather have the Gold Pan. 4 health blocker just doesn't sound that good. Link Breaker in case I go that path. Skullduggery in case I go that path. No. Wow. Okay. Well, we're taking the medic. Yeah, nothing. Nothing else in this pack. So hopefully we're just done with our deck, and it's just white splashing green is kind of the plan. We are already... So if we take these out, there are 15 playables, which isn't much, but we have an entire pack to go through to grab more. 16 playables with this. And then, oh no, I can't get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black cards. So yeah, I'm going to try to go white-green, because I think the Miriam and the Congregation Gryff are just that devastatingly powerful that you should splash them in. And with the Bucolic Ranch, we might splash in even if we are white-black. But we have white-black as the backup save and grace. Frontier Seeker, just, okay, 2 mana, 2/1, draws a card, basically. And it draws a specific card, such as Congregation Gryff. Yeah, I don't think there's any question here. We might get an Armored Armadillo back. We might get Like, this pack tells me that we might make it. We might be able to do mono white with cards. Like, these 4 lands that are always playable. Very good. I'm starting to, that being said, I'm starting to regret grabbing the Air Archway over the 4-mana 3/2 flyer. I would just want to make sure I hit all my playables. So, Topo Orb does nothing really. Steer Clear is a 4-mana damage kills, 4 damage kill spell, basically. Wasted Gardener is nice, but why not? If all of your deck is creatures and kill spells, you're doing pretty good. 5, and yeah, kill, 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 kill. All 5 of my non-creatures are kill spells. So yeah, that is how you kind of want to draft, just kill spells and creatures. And okay. Whew. Just deep breaths, keep it moving. I don't understand how people don't pick these cards. I don't understand, like, the cards that are specific colors, okay. I get you're done, you're not gonna splash. Pick 4 Lost Jitte. I mean, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. But how? Is Lost Jitte not as good as I think it is? Like, how? Alright, we only need 4 more playables. Concealed Courtyard. Alright, and we're given all a bunch of lands. This makes it so if we go white-black, we do it more safely. Oh, Steer Clear. What am I doing? Another kill spell. Right. Oof. We managed to go mono... Another Miriam. Thank you, Miriam. For all you do for my horses. How many mounts are in my deck? 4 mounts. Only 4 mounts so far, but that's 4 mounts and 2 Miriams. Like... Yeah, I feel good. Imp's Mischief. Sterling Hound, because I might just need the playables. My curve is pretty glutted on 2, but that's good, generally speaking, because those 2 drops are probably going to win me the game a lot of the time. Alright. Well, Inventive Weensmith's probably making the deck, unfortunately. I do not like this card. It's just a 3-mana 2/4, effectively. But that's going to have to be good enough. Put the black card in case I need to. Just decide, like, listen, that Inventive Weensmith has to get out of the deck. Okay, I played this in Sealed, and this card honestly impressed me. Then again, the Sterling Hound might be the pick. Just the ability to surveil is pretty huge. Oh well. Alright. Looks like we made it in time. Now that I know I got 2 armored armadillos, I think I should have taken the other Sterling Hound. But oh, I have 2 Sterling Hounds as well. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brackish Crew. And it looks like I'm going to have enough playables. So, I think this is our deck. We do not have as much stuff as I want, but 1, 2... So first off, when you look, there's basically no playables other than Gold Pan left in the sideboard. So whatever I don't play, it has to be worse than Gold Pan. Alright. I'm gonna hear from them. What? Lost Jitte is a 2.5. Much is lost in impact when you cut the when you cut the Jitte in half, sure. Okay. Okay, so they're just saying that kind of impact is devastating, which makes sense. But yeah. Kill spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kill spells along with the Jitte. Armored Armadillo, Frontier Seeker for lands, Outlaw Medic, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-drops. Top end here, Bighorn. Bucolic Ranch can always cast a mount. Put cards at the bottom of my library. This can add mana of any color, so I have step 5, 6 sources of green effectively for Miriam. I think I'm gonna -1 just because I don't need it as much, but yeah. It looks like the last deck where it was blue splashing green. This is white splashing green. Much slower though. That other deck would tempo people out. I mean, this can, but like to tempo it out, I feel like I need to draw Miriam. Definitely the Oasis Gardener. Oh, the Oasis Gardener is another source of land, as well as the Sterling Hound. So yeah, I feel very happy knocking out a forest. So 16 lands. All right. And if I equip the Armored Armadillo with the Jitte and use it to win the combat, like use it to pump up for even more. So like if this becomes like, if I get 2+1/+1 counters on this, and then I pump it up, it's +6/+0 each time. Yeah. The only reason to splash black instead would be the Ruthless Lawbringer and the Rakish Cruise, which just do not beat out the powers of Congregation Grift and Miriam. Just, I don't see it. I could see an argument for a treasure token, but then over what is the question? I'm not going to worry about too much. I'm just going to play the deck and see how we fare. So first we did mono white splashing green. First we did mono blue splashing green. Now we do mono white splashing green. That is interesting that going almost entirely monocolor. I did not know there was a Nashi, one of those. Huh. Going entirely monocolor is possible. All right. Definitely a slow start, but I technically have all the mana I need. Arid Archway plus Conduit Pylon's going to make me discard a card, but I think this is fine. If it's not a land, I'm throwing it over. I want to just play a land and probably Ariad's Lullaby. I can't Ariad's Lullaby something. Oh, I can Ariad's Lullaby something. Cool. I will eat that if I draw things. All right. Let's draw land. I have to throw the Jitte. I need a land. Unfortunate. All right. All right. I think I Conduit Pylons, and then I Frontier Seeker. So they have to spend the treasure token to kill it, which will slow them down on tempo and give me a chance to recover. Or I can just Oasis Gardener, gain 2 life, force a block, or force it not to attack effectively. Next turn, it would be... Yeah, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out, I'll be honest. But yeah, definitely the Arid Archway slow land was kind of costly. I could play Bighorn. Yeah, if they attack with the Pugilist, I will block, force them to a combat. What is this? Alright. Create a 1/1 mercenary. Different power. Okay. So they are ramping into ad infinitum. Alright. Well. Okay. So I'm gonna tap like this to get Frontier Seeker. I think I need to train Arnix. Yeah. I think I need that over the land. And I can't block the 4/5 because the 4/2 can sack a treasure and kill one of these. And they have a journey to nowhere. Okay. And they attack with everything, and they use Jolene to shoot the 2/1. Alright, they didn't use Jolene to shoot the 2/1. So I will eat the Cunning Coyote unless they want to sacrifice the treasure token. Yep. I'm falling behind, but hopefully they tap the Trailblazer for some mana, and I get a lullaby it away. That is the hope. Yep. Alright. So that is scary. But now I can lullaby this away. Gotta play Bighorn here, unfortunately. I'm going to take more damage because it tapped wrong because I didn't tap manually. And go play Miriam, which would have been better here, given the situation. I mean, I will state my mana base. I did Surveil 3 for the first 3 turns. So they Arnix, they crew it, they attack with both. I block Jolene, because I have to block Jolene. They don't play Jolene. If they don't, yeah. Because I can't go to 8, I don't think. Actually, I have to take 8. Next turn I can Miriam, attack. Miriam, crew, attack, create a sheep to help block the Tainted Arnix, and use the lullaby to kill a Miriam, the Jolene. So I have to take 8. They did scry. I believe they scried top. So we are in a bad spot. Outlaw Medic. Okay, I'm perfectly fine with an Outlaw Medic. What? Auto Tapper just hates me. That's all I can say. That's the only thing that explains the situation. And I'm not going to be blocked with Miriam, so I will happily block with... Actually, I can block with Miriam because I have another Miriam. This gets a +1/+1 counter and makes me a sheep. So now I have a big threat and pressure. Alright. Then they're kind of incentivized to kill the Miriam. And... beautiful. Sheriff of Safe Passage as just a massive creature, so that I can't attack with my sheep. Means I can kill the sheriff. Definitely the mana fixing was very bad for me. And just, yeah. Straight to the red-white deck, like, just being aggressive on the floor. I don't know what I'm doing. Am I just trying to do really experimental mana bases and it's not working out? Like, why is my opponent so capable of playing everything to the board in a way I cannot? Vigilance till end of turn. So this will at least kill 1 card if I Stagecoach Security, crew, and attack. I think that's worth it. Because, yeah, I need to make sure I'm big enough to actually fight that. So... just play the Stagecoach. I guess saddle with a sheep, which is nice. Alright. And now they do get to multi-block and kill it. But I get to take some of them with me. Yep, that is the correct block. Why would you kill the medic first? Game. Yeah, and this is why you do not allow auto triggers. Because they will do things like that. Alright. Well, I am noticing one flaw with my deck. It does not have card draw. Oh. Pumps Jolene. Then crew the Arnix. I'm not sure this is going to work out like they think it will. Like, if they attack with Jolene, I just block with my Oasis Gardener. And, yeah. Okay. They have no cards in hand, so no combat tricks I can't see coming. I use my Oasis Gardener to kill the Jolene. And I use my Stagecoach Security to kill the Arnix. One, two, three, four. Yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Yeah, they have no combat tricks in hand. They put it their card at bottom. They just gave me a chance back in the game. Congratulations, you killed a cheat. Alright. This is a vigilance? It does not. Do I care? Kind of. How low am I willing to go on health? I think I just attack with Miriam. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my lands have been drawn. That's perfectly reasonable. Let me look at my deck real fast. Yeah, I don't think I have any card draw. Oh, Outlaw Medic. 1 card draw. Okay. Okay, I found a weakness in my deck. Alright. Gonna switch it around now that they have the mercenary and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the maximum damage they can deal. So now they just lose out. I see no reason to play Getaway Glamour against this board. Alright. I kill all but the Outlaw Medic. I like that trade. Congratulations, you gained 1 health. Yeah, I'm not gonna play a kill spell on the team. Train Arnix. Alright. Yep. They're slowing it down, but I have cards. They do not. I just want to make sure the auto tapper doesn't screw me. Do not need a 1-drop, but Congregation Grift is going to single-handedly win me the game, I think. I'm going to play that now, because now I can get away Glamour with it. So now I can get away Glamour, return Stagecoach Security at the beginning, and kill the train Arnix if I want. You forgot to crew. Alright. You don't want to crew. Got it. Oh, you're going to block a draw card. Got it. Okay. Well, we're taking it slow. We're staying strong. Yep. Pick out both of their threats. I am happy with this. So I will state they have some good card draw in a way I don't. That is something I am now noticing. That is important. And then good old Congregation Griff. Alright, holy cow. Congratulations. Your cow is quite the kind-hearted and holy man. Griffin. Alright. Gonna do. Cool. If I bounce this, they want a double block. I think I'm okay with that. They want to double block my Stagecoach because that's what I'm thinking, and then they're going to try to combat trick it. That is what my understanding of the situation is. I am fine with this trade because the Congregation Griff is more than enough to win this game. And then I have Bucolic Ranch to start filtering through my deck. While still holding up Getaway Grammar. Alright. That touch doesn't really deal with Flyer. On the bottom of the library. Yep. Do not need that land. Alright. And we are slowly now pinning them down and gaining life along the way. This is how Congregation Griff wins the game single-handedly. We now have a 3-6. If they kill it, I could turn it into a 1-4, and, yeah. Reveal. Aha. So now it gets even bigger. Sweet. And that threatens lethal next turn. I see no reason to develop more on board. Yep. And this is why we splashed green just for Congregation Griff and Miriam. I mean, the mirror, like, those two combined just won us the game. Just, those two single-handedly won us the game. So, the one thing I noticed is I might need card draw. I might really need card draw. Honestly, every Surveil is valuable at this point then. Yep, so we have the issue that our deck has no card draw. So we are reliant on the Surveil, which comes from 2 of our lands, and from... Oh, actually 4 of our lands. Archway, alright. Churn 2 Miriam, churn 3 Archway, and move forward from there. Alright. Alright. Refill Grenadier. Is that a threat that needs to be dealt with? I think I attack and make them believe I have a combat trick. Yep. There we are. And then next turn, I have a Bighorn ready. Badmir, okay. Continue our forward momentum. I think the possibility of an unblockable armadillo is more potent than the blocker. Okay. That Vadmir is the biggest threat on this board. And it's not even close. Desperate Bloodseeker. Alright, so they can commit a crime. Alright, I'm happy to see that way. The Forest Gone, the Bucolic Ranch, however, is not as happy. Alright, I want them to attack with Vadmir. That will allow me to parry its Lullaby. If they don't attack, I will Sterling Supplier, pump the Bighorn into a 5/6, swing in, say you have to use the Vadmir or you can't kill it. Alright. Please swing in with Vadmir. Awesome. No blocks, and now I can eat this. Okay. So let's start with Conduit Pylons. That is staying there. Alright. Forest. Aries Lullaby. Eat that. And tap the Arid Archway. Flip 1. Saddle 2. All right, there we are. We have a big threat that they would need to double block to kill, and that is good enough for me. And then my Jitte gets everything I need it to get. And now I equip the Jitte onto Armored Armadillo. And if they attack, I pump it to give it +1/+1 counter, and then equip for 1. Yeah, no, I'm in a good spot now. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. See if they block. I could pump it, then untap the land and still Congregation Griff. All right. 1, 2, or Archway to activate the ability. All right. You know, I just realized if they had a kill spell, I'm in a bad spot. All right. Oh well. They played that really well. I did not. Just to be clear. The correct answer was pump the Armored Armadillo. And then, if they play around that, as they did, see your actions. I want to see how you respond. Nothing I can do to stop it, I think. All right. Archway. Pump it up. They played this really well. My opponent has played this spectacularly. I have not. Ooh, what's up? I'm not taking any promotions. Thank you, Harold. Hello. Um. Anyways, I'm moving on. This Rakish crew is useful for them, but it's not going to be a difference maker, I don't think. Please tap my pylons. All right. Equip one. I'm gonna equip this here. And then... yeah, I see no reason in blocking. Let's just get ourselves some more life. The Jitte put +1 counter, so if they block with the mercenary, the sheep becomes swole and their death becomes inevitable. Alright. We're gonna keep the Jitte on the sheep for now. But yeah, now if they get a flyer, I can equip this Jitte to... I could use the Jitte to make it so creatures can't block. Yep, so there's their flyer. I'm at 19 health. Yeah, no, Congregation Rift will just close out games. Like, there's no... wow, a lot of people just... yeah, they see Congregation Rift. It starts doing its job. They can't kill it. Ends games. Ends games. So it turns out that was actually... my good play was just not to play the Griff so that their threat targeting was elsewhere. But... because, yeah, Griff, with a single way to buff its power a little more, is 6 life swing in the air, 3 mana. Like, it's a lot. So funny, of all of these, the crime deck, which I thought was absolutely insane, has been the weakest so far. I'm keeping this. It's a kill spell. It's a creature that card draws, and it's adds the mana to plot this. Yeah, I'm keeping this. My mana is fixed. I don't think there's anything in my deck that costs double white. Yep. Oh, man. Just another lost Jitte game. I'm going to equip it and attack. Don't need any more lands. Do I steer clear of the Vault Plunder? Okay, on the back swing, I steer clear of the Vault Plunder. And then I'm going to get 2/4 lifelinker that they have to kill. And then it's just going to keep getting bigger. If they have the raid card that makes me discard 2, I will just discard 2 lands, which is pretty great. Lost Jitte just acting as a means to... you can't really kill this medic. The fact that I could have used this to just, like, untap a land, immediately play Stagecoach, like, there's... the Jitte is performing very well. Half the creatures they control rounded up. Oh no! You paid 4 mana to kill a medic, which draws me a card. Do I just want to play this? I think it's worth doing. Just get the threat out one turn earlier. Yep. And like, yeah, that ETB doesn't trigger, but I now have a 4/5. The board state is stalled. I do want them to like play some very powerful discard card, and then I just discard my forests because I do not need these many lands. All right, shoot the sheriff was a bit too much, bit much for me. All right, I'm in a bad spot now. Thank you, lands, for putting me in this spot. I do have 16 instead of the normal 17. I would like to not have it get worse. I'm gonna hold something up. Ooh, what could it be? It's lands. It's more lands. I hold up steer clear. I see no reason to play that land at all. There are cards that make me discard 2, and I'd rather discard the forests over the lullaby. Alright. I will kill the Bloodseeker if they swing in with it. Are they plotting? Beautiful. Play Miriam. Here it's Lullaby. I think the Bloodseeker is more threatening. Whip the Jitte. Yep. I do not need more than these lands. If they make me discard 2, I'd like to make sure I have 2 lands to discard. I did say I want more sorcery speed interaction just because of the situations I got into last game. So this is going to have my decision to a point. Yeah, we didn't know his card draw was a weakness. And so drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands lanes into that weakness quite well. I will take the Vault Plunder. I can lullaby it if I feel threatened. Jeez. Alright. And I'm going to destroy this so that they have to use the Summoner. So, yep. In case you're wondering, the reason I'm playing my lands now is because the only thing I could think of, like every discard spell, having lands in my hand doesn't stop. Yeah, like this. Having lands in my hand doesn't stop that. Yep. Now they attack, and I pump up, blow them out. I mean, they see this coming. They have to have a play around. Skullduggery. Alright. Well, we trade still. So the Jitte is doing good. It's just I drew only lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, I think I die next turn, and I don't know how else I'm supposed to get around this. I feel like it was just, yeah, lack of card draw is definitely a cost. And I'm gonna give them a good game. I have no cards in hand. I can't bluff anything. They have lethal 4 ways to Sunday. I'm not going to bother blocking and wasting time. All right, well, as we said, card draw, the lack of card draw was a weakness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands. Honestly, we just got more lands than we wanted, but I don't think it was like an absurd amount. It's just card for card. Kill spell, reanimation for good cards. Plus 1, plus 2 card advantage, basically. Yeah, no, those Vault Plunders did the job. So that was only my first loss, though, so that's good. And I don't really have a way to get more card draw if I splash in black, so no reason to do it. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and when I come back, we will continue to game number 4. All right, back in it. I think with this, whoever happens at the end of when this draft ends, I think we are cutting down the stream for today, but that's fine. We got more than enough. All right. Armadillo, Sterling Hound, Bighorn. Yep, I like this. Mana is fixed. Oof. Dark Harvest. I'm definitely going to go watch back through my games, because I feel like I don't fully understand what I've been doing that's allowing my opponents to blow me out of the water so easily. All right, at the very least, Miriam can't attack this turn. I think I just have to kill Miriam right now. I think I have to just kill Miriam with Getaway Glamour and not even give them another turn. All right. And it's any number, so you can choose the number 0. Alright. So now I'm going to play my Bighorn. It's not going to do much these next 2 turns. But then I play Miriam, Sterling Hound, saddle up, and attack with a 4/5. Okay. Ah, wow. Okay. Yeah, the saddle deck, when it gets going, it gets going. So that's definitely a theme. My opponent's going good. That being said, if they attack with Possum, and yeah, they're going to have no blockers for the Bighorn. Which feels really good for me. Alright. Definitely in a good spot, but... Alright, so I'm definitely playing Miriam. I think I just Journey to Nowhere, the Wily Duke. I think that's the bigger threat than Philthip. Because Fibblethip doesn't have any board presence the way that does. And then I could use Sterling Hound to surveil a better answer. Like, if they just didn't attack with Wily Duke, I can't attack with Bighorn, which means I can't make it bigger. Next turn, I could attack with Bighorn and Armadillo. Like, that's a good thing, because you can play cards in your second main phase. Armadillo just becomes attack. Am I going to use it? No. But if you want block, I'll kill you. And if you don't block... Alright, so Fibblethip got them a plot. Razzle Dazzler plotted is actually pretty nice, honestly. What's the combat trick? What is the combat trick? It's... Yeah, I think my Bighorn's too valuable. I'm just going to block like that. I don't want to go too low on health, and... Yeah. Don't play into it. Simple as that. Oh, I forgot to crew the Bighorn. Oh well. Well, Bighorn has mount, or it has hexproof, so not stopping me. I think I hold up Armored Armadillo, and the Bucolic Ranch. I think that's better than Sterling Hound, and then I hold up neither. So if they attack with Small Fiends... Alright. That is a very good card for them. They will be evading around my cards and winning the game that way. So I think if they attack again and throw in that combat trick, I'm just going to block with both. They could kill my Armored Armadillo for free if they have no tricks. And if they do... Or they just play out, and so they can't attack with the Possum, and that's much better for me. Okay. Definitely attack the Possum first if I was them. Alright. I'm gonna want that in the future, I think. This always kills something. Okay. Yeah, I'm content. Yep, they just chump block, and I get an ever-growing Bighorn. I don't like how it tapped like that, but... Alright. Well, the Fibblethip plus Wrangler of the Damned is pretty nice for them. But my Bridled Bighorn's just going to keep getting bigger. And the only thing that's going to be attacking in is the Wrangler, really. And this Bucolic Ranch is doing its job of surveilling away cards I don't want. I could now attack with an 8. I'm going to decline. I'm going to keep it on top. Now the Armored Armadillo does its work. We have more sheep. They can't fly at instant speed. They say they have something. But yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was. It was like counterspell or something. Alright. Let's kill the flyer. And I still get a hold up my Bucolic Ranch. If they attack in with a Razzle Dazzler, or just any creature that they shouldn't be attacking in with, I can lullaby it. Sorcery card in the waiting period has flashback until end of turn. Alright. So they can get themselves another Phantom Interference. That's fine. So they did draw a lot of cards, no denying that. Alright. We are doing a competition of top deck wars. But I am constantly making a bigger and bigger threat, and they are constantly making chump blockers. I like my bigger threat more. Do I want to do 8 damage? Or I can Bucolic Ranch twice. I think I'm going to do it once. Yeah, I don't think the Oasis Gardener is actually going to help me at all. We'll just hold up. I could have brought them to 9 and basically said you can't do that twice. That might have been better. That may have been better. But yeah, I honestly, mana available cards, the Armadillos. So I have, yeah, 4 mana sinks. Darn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be a 9/9. But luckily I have a 9/10. But they're probably going to do the trade. Ugh. But I have to attack in. I think I just have to attack in. I already have used the Getaway Climber. And the Journey to Nowhere. Okay. So we're in a bad spot. Honestly, I feel like my opponent has the win. They just need to figure out how to do it properly. I am glad I took the Wily Duke, because whenever they get a Lancet on their deck, the Fibblethip is inactive. The problem is, if they kill my Bridled Bighorn, I think that's game. I don't know how I win after that, but if I don't attack in... Yeah, so I have to keep attacking in and hoping they chump block. They keep chump blocking. What can I do with the Jitte? I have a few things I could do with the Jitte. First one is equip it. And now I think I can use the Jitte to pump up the Armored Armadillo and put myself in a position where they have to constantly trade or die. I'm in a 5-4, then they still have to... I think the 5-4 is actually more threatening than the 9-9, honestly. The 5-4 has trample. The 9-9, I can use my sheep. Alright. Alright. I will then lullaby this, get myself some life. And move on. Okay. I have my mana up to do anything I need to. Cool. Alright. So now I have the Armored Armadillo. I have... They attack with the 9-9, I just chump block, and then Bighorn just keeps coming in. Yeah. The fact that Bucolic Ranch is better than the Oasis Gardener is kind of saddening. Just because it's like, the moment I get that flying 1-4, this game just flips on its head. You know, I could make it so that thing can't block. Attack with both this and the Armadillo. If they don't block the Armadillo, I deal 8 to bring them to 8. And just basically say, go ahead. I'd say you ain't got nothing. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature. You have to, let's see. I'm going to block here and block here. I think you got nothing on that spine with that Spinewoods Paladin. You don't have the colors for life for the other effects, so I don't need to worry. Put that. All right. So I'm just trying to math out. If I equip this to the Armored Armadillo and attack, I could pump it up to 2-6. 8-6 not good enough. All right. Start with the obvious. They don't want to play into it. I will keep going with it. I think my opponent, if they were playing smarter, could have won their way out of this game, but I think they allowed me to wriggle free. Alright, I think the Outlaw Magic's more important than the Oasis Gardener, and so I'm just going to play the Outlaw Magic, equip the Jitte to the Armadillo, though, I think. Because, yeah, then it's 7... Yeah, okay. So we're going to do this. We're going to equip the Jitte to the Armadillo, and now the Armadillo is a lethal attacker. And I'm not sure if they realize that. They're holding up something. It's a counterspell of sorts. And then I just end the turn. Okay. Yeah, it's probably just another 2/2 flyer. Turns out... Oh. Oh, they were going to shrink one of my creatures into a 0/1, but when it has 7+1/+1 counters, that doesn't mean anything. Got it. Outlaw Medic's great. They didn't have an answer last time. All right, 14 cards, so they're through a lot of their deck. I've been able to throw lands at the bottom, which is great. I think my opponents played this very poorly. I'm going to be honest. I have a read that they have a combat trick. I think that Metamorphic Blast was the combat trick, probably. Jailbreak Scheme. Oh. And they just won. Okay. Well, they got the card they needed. Yeah. So, turns out I can't stop a 10/10 unblockable. I am glad I killed that 3/4 when I did. And I drew the Outlaw Medic too late, so I couldn't even use that as life gain. Well then. That was an end. I'm trying to think what I could have done differently. I don't see many. Alright. Play this to mount spells. So I have no playables in my hand. Alright. This one has a 2 into a 3 into a 4. So I think I'm going to throw back the Oasis Gardener on the grounds that I could Conduit Pylons to try hit the lands I need. I only need one more land for this hand to function. But that's better than a land. So now I play Outlaw Medic. This is just a life gainer that draws me a card when it dies. That's all this is going to be. But now, Congregation Griff and get myself big old body. It's only going to get bigger. Alright, they plot a Wolverine. Alright. Do I want to play Miriam or do I want to play Bighorn, crew, and attack? I think I want... So Miriam will make this bigger, but I think I play Bighorn on the grounds that just I can give them both +1/+1 counters on a future turn. And I can also Miriam steer clear in the same turn now. Alright, so which one do I crew? I think with 25 health, I crew the Bighorn and get myself some jump blockers. There we are. I'm like, yes, I could have dealt 2 more damage and gained more life, but like I don't need to. Yep. 27 now. Have fun. Yep. Honestly. Griff plus that. I'm going to skip this because It was literally I tempoed out. It happens. It's a thing that happens. I think they are trying to get it like, if the game is too short, do you have fun when the game is short? I think that is genuinely what they are trying to figure out with those. But I think the answer is just kind of depends on the game. Because yeah, I've noticed whenever the game ends by like turn 4 or 5, but it's like, listen, unlimited, that is definitely too fast, but feeling they're not going to take, that's not what they're going to hear from it. All right, so I get Trained Arnix. Any land gets me Miriam, and then another land gets me Congregation Griff. And then I have 2 kill spells. I have Conduit Pylons. If it's not a land, it goes in the grave. That's really good card, but not a land. All right. Trained Arnix. I almost played the Journey to Nowhere for nothing. That would have been bad. All right. Miriam. Let's scry one. Perfect. That is exactly what I want to see. So now if they play a threat, I can Lullaby and Frontier Seeker. If they don't play a threat, I can Congregation Griff. It's like, truly the Miriam is a threat, but that's hard to really come to the job. All right, perfect. Hollow Branch. I think I still just Frontier Seeker plus Journey to Nowhere, Sweenin for 8, and Thren Lethal. I think that's just the better play. All right. We are. Now I scry for something that will win me the game. And put them at 8 with 10 power on board. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna basically threaten lethal in 2 ways. So I'm gonna actually. So now they have to block the Trained Arnix, or they get brought to 1 health, and or they get brought to 2 health, and there's now everything's a lethal attacker. So or they lose on a bad trade here, and now, yeah, everything's a lethal attacker. The alternative was block there. They go to 6, 1 lethal attacker, but 3 threats and no board presence. Yep, there was no real way out for them. That is. Miriam into Congregation Griff is just too much, man. Need to explosive derailment that. Good game. Sorry, sir. Or Louis. Yeah, that is a man. Cool. Sorry. All right. Moving on. 2 losses, but we're still in it. 4 1/1 colorless soldiers. Oh, that's for 6. Yay! All right. Yeah. 2 to 3 is the most important win. 3 to 4 is a nice one. And then next is 6 to 7. So nothing. So really, I'm happy now, but I'd love to get more happy, obviously. So we're going to see. Again, we have the issue. This deck has no card draw. It's reliant on scries, surveils, and the like. But as you saw, when it gets on the board early, GG's. I'm wondering, should I aggressively mulligan for early game plays? I think the answer is yes. All right, 2 into 3 into 4. Man, going first is such a big difference when you're an aggressive deck in the format. Trained Arnix. So funny, the Ariat's Lullabies are actually the bad card here. I see your Trained Arnix. And raise you a townsfolk. That's a tough pass. I have to because I don't have lands for it, but that was very much a possibly just play it and hope in the future I can actually leverage it card. All right. If they play a creature and attack, all right, I'm going to attack with both and offer a trade. And then I'm going to steer clear. Yeah, I just need to stop that before it gets out of hand, basically. I'm willing to go off curve. This also, basically, I think they will attack with Miriam here. There we are. And the game is now in my hands. All right. Saddle up. Keep moving. Actually, don't want to land if it's on top. First, can steer clear. Vengeful Townsfolk is now bigger. Yeah. I like this card a lot. That Burrow Fiend will get big when saddled, but it's a 2/2 on blocking. My condolences, opponents. I don't know how they miscalculated. Oh, they thought it gives +1/+1, and then if it's a mount, it also gets a +1/+1 counter. Not one or the other. They thought it was both if it's a mount. That's probably what it was. All right, well, we are on our way. It very much seems like our losses was we got into a board stall, and our opponents were able to beat out the board stall better than we could. Which makes sense. Like, blue having unblockables with Razzle Dazzler and the crime card, that's huge. Black having, red having the, like, 1 damage reach. Basically, the 3 crime deck colors are all capable of getting out of that. Okay, so, yep, Armadillo into Vigilante into Townsfolk. Along the way, I can Lullaby for a double striker. Bucolic Ranch is beautiful. Yeah, this card, in that one really slow game, showed that was good enough. And that's good enough for me. Alright, Armored Armadillo, definitely more of a defensive card, but, like, I could play lands and be fine. I'm going to play the Townsfolk, because Doc Arlock can't stop that one. Though the Sterling Hound would have gotten me my land drops that I wanted. So, give and take. I do want to land here. I will Sterling Hound for a land drop if I have to. And now they're plotting really good cards. So 1 mana plotting a Slickshot Lock Chip, huge. They save 2 mana on that. What are they going to do with that 2 mana? Nothing. Okay. If that's the case, then we just swing in with Townsfolk. Show me your trick. Alright. No trick. Get the Griff. They still need a spell in the graveyard to leverage this plot, so This is a perfectly fine response. Yeah, no. Basically, I can't. It seems like this deck can't go into the control as well as I hope it would, but it does the aggro well. Almost makes me want to get rid of the armadillos for. But I don't have any cards to put in its place. All right. Oh no, they killed that. Now the townsfolk is actually a threat. That's a desert, right? Awesome. So I'm gonna start by playing the Sterling Hound. I don't really need lands anymore. What do I think about Miriam into Stagecoach? Yeah, I think that's. Um, I think the Miriam's more important right now. No, no. I will be at 5 mana. I think I play the Miriam late. Okay, if I need to play the 5-drop, I will play the Sterling Supplier. That's the answer here. Is that little additional damage does add up. Arid Archway. Gonna bounce the Bucolic Desert, but then I'm not going to mill a card. Yeah, I think that's what I'm getting is good enough to win me the game. And this is why you keep the because the Hypothesis is going on the Griff. Really? 2 Hypotheses? That's the only possible way I can see such a play. Alright. Well, now I have... Alright, yeah. The only reason I can see such... Oh, duh. They have a Slickshot Lockpicker to get the other Hypothesis. That's where it is. Cool. Alright. Well, I have a Sterling Supplier. Yep. And they pull out the Hypothesis, and they can't kill the Congregation Griff, but they can kill the Miriam. And then I'm just going to Sterling Supplier, and then... Yep. And now I threaten lethal with the Congregation Griff, and with the Stagecoach Security, the Sterling Supplier also threatens lethal. Oh, and with my mana untapped, my Armadillo threatens lethal. So yeah, I have 3 ways to lethal. They have the mana. If they want it, if they have something to interact, now's the time. But Bonnie Paul doesn't actually do it. There's a 6 mana rare that, yeah. Even that rare was not enough, would not be enough. All right. Yep. Just tempo it out and finish it off. And we were at like 2-2, and we are now at the final battle, 6-2, playing for 400 gems and 1 pack, which by all means, this is all advantage state. Once you hit 3, you're already winning. Like, this is the thing. If you think you are better than the average player, where the average player isn't even looking up videos trying to figure out this game, you should probably do Premier Draft, because getting 3 wins is so impactful. All right, we're keeping this. Congregation Griff is really just that good in my mind. It really is. Also, getting Bighorn helps. Don't let them know that they're facing green. Let them think it's mono white until I need to pull out the Griff. Silver Deputy. All right, so it looks like they're also the green deck. I think the Griff is it more threatening than the townsfolk? I gotta think about that. All right, so they're actually playing Bant colors. That's good to know. So let's see. Griff into Bighorn into townsfolk. That is the plan right now. With their color combination, if they're killing my Griff, they're doing it either in combat or um, oh my gosh. That is what I wanted to see. Alright. So now we're definitely playing the Griff, because next turn we get a Miriam. Yep. So next turn we Miriam and Armadillo. We ooh, nice on their part. Nice on their. Yeah, I was gonna say if they don't have any blue open, I can't think of any like counterspell threats. All right. Well, if this dies, it's a free Griff. If I draw a land, I think I just play Bighorn instead. Just Bant flash spells. If I play the Griff, they might counterspell it. Is that an issue? I think, yeah, I play Ownport and Armored Armadillo and just hide the lead sort of thing. I could Oasis Gardener, start getting more mana. I think this is... I want to eat a counterspell, and I think this is more likely to eat the counterspell. Alright. 4 mana, draw 2 cards? I'm trying to think what they have that stop cold. Okay, yeah. And this is what I'm talking about. That ate a kill spell. It really, in my deck, it's a 2/2. It's a bear. Awesome. All right. So I can play Ariet's Lullaby, try to kill it. With it dead, I can Congregation Griff. I think they have that counter target spell unless its controller plays 2. And they have it alongside to make a 4/4. So I'm going to actually do it this way and try to force them to counter a spell that they don't need countered. And then I can Ariet's Lullaby, kill the Aven Interceptor, play a free Congregation Griff, and then probably just leave the 2 mana up because I don't want to play Miriam into that counterspell. But yeah, I'm hard reading. 5 mana, counter target spell unless control plays 2, make it 2/2. So if I can get more lands, I can get around that. But either way, this Interceptor is constantly attacking in. All right. First things first. I'm going to attack with a medic. I'm constantly pushing them into casting that spell prematurely. That is the goal. Because if they cast it now, they can block with the 2/2 and the 1/2 and kill my Outlaw medic. All right. It's Lullaby. I'm holding up 2 mana, so if you try to counter it, I can still kill your card. Cool. And now I can play Congregation Griff without issue. And I'm going to just end the turn there. I have a kill spell, I have Miriam, I have a Bighorn. Yeah. Simulation Aegis. Right, this exiles a creature. So they could turn their creatures into Griffs now, which is terrifying. And this just exiles target creature. Doesn't affect that. All right. So here's the question. Do I want this to go into the long game or do I want this to end? Okay, they're attacking. That makes my question a lot easier to resolve. They're holding up a counterspell. I think I run the Vengeful Townsfolk into it. No counterspell. Okay. That is good to know. So they have nothing on 2, so they don't have the bounce. They have something. We just don't know what it is, basically. So yeah, next turn we're gonna Bighorn with 2 mana open, of course. And then, yeah, we're just gonna play basically 1 spell a turn, let them do their response. I can start tacking in with Armadillo. I will win this race against the Congregation Griff. If they play a bigger threat, I think that will come in as the 1/2, not as the Griff. Oh, it comes in as the Griff. Good for them. All right. I'm going to eat the Visage Bandit with Journey to Nowhere. Or I can tap like so and just lullaby that. And then they already have an Assimilation Aegis, so there's no point in... Yeah. And I'm all right with them countering my Bighorn. No counter. No need to attack. This turn. Important cue the phrase this turn. And the next turn, I can attack with the Bighorn and the Armadillo. And this is exactly why you keep the Journey to Nowhere in cards like it. Alright. So the question is, which one do I journey? Having you journey them both is the problem. One, two, three, four, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm playing the Miriam. Which one do I journey? So this is a bigger... I think this is drawing them cards. This one is the one that needs to go if one goes. All right. So now if I can find a way around Bo, the game begins once more. But right now we are both at 20 life or above, and I have a board, they have a hand. Yeah, no, that definitely needed to be the one to go. Alright. I just need to find a way around Bo. I think I will attack with Outlaw Medic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Alright. Just trying to look for playables, something to respond. Okay, I just realized. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are 1 mana away from double armadilloing and being able to attack in. There we are. That's a card that allows us to do what we need to do. Oh god, they have enchantment destruction? The way they're hovering over tells me they have instant speed. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Okay. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to equip that, attack with Outlaw Medic. That will put a charge counter on it, whether or not they kill the Outlaw Medic. And then we could just say, Bo can't block, basically. And that will get us back in this game, because now we can start growing the Bighorn. And Yeah. And you have to have a hard counter spell for this because I have way too much mana otherwise. I mean, I guess you could have Syncopate, but Syncopate I don't think is in this format, so... Yeah, it's a weird card, isn't it? It's going to do everything I needed to. That could be Outlaw Medic. Sacrifice I am willing to make. You have a Steer Clear. All right. Yep. So many triggers. And then what will I block with if they attack with the 9/8? Do I play second Bighorn into all this open mana? I think my answer is unfortunately no. I'll play this. Whip to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't need the armadillo push through anyways anymore. I'm just going to end the turn because they are holding something, and I do not need to play a Bighorn into it. Yep. Flash, speed, mystical tether. Are they gonna... What are they gonna take? Artifact. Oh. I'm gonna remove the counter and just put a +1/+1 count on this guy. But yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, and that's also not response to bow anymore because bow's a 9/9. So I needed it on the armadillo, but I don't have the future sight that they're gonna have a mystical tether on it. Because then that would turn this into a 1/5. When I double pump, it would end up being an 11/5, which could actually trade with bow. All right. Quite the board stall we got here. And I'm assuming their hand is basically responsive spells. Vengeful Townsfolk is actually my win condition right now. I'm going to get these Bighorns to play. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't think I can block with everything. I think I'm going to block with Miriam because Miriam, I have another one in hand. That's probably the last thing they expected to see. So, nice little surprise value as well. Expecting a board clear here. New Miriam. They're holding something, so bit cautious. I will attack like so. And then I have a getaway glamour if I need it. If they like try to kill a creature, I can getaway glamour it while killing Bessie or Bo. So now I have a kill spell. Yeah, this is quite the grindy game. Alright. Alright, no non-token creature. Target creature dies. There we are. Now it's, do you have a counterspell? Because if that's not a counterspell, Bessie dies. And Townsfolk lives. which is huge. All right. Don't know what their last card is. It's not a land, or there wouldn't be this many time stops. But the answer's hexproof, so you're not stopping that one. And now I play around board, the board clear, because that's the only thing left, I feel. So I'm not going to play this Bighorn, even though it would put me even further ahead. I think I just don't play it. All right, now I play it. Because if they had a board clear, they wouldn't play the Mystical Tether. This is the perfect spot to be board clearing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a land makes a double pump armored armadillo, which I love. There we are. So yeah, I don't have to play it. Back. So all right. How do you block? Great. And now we know it's not board clear, so unless they top deck it, we now have board presence that could kill. I don't think we bother crew. We might crew Bighorn with Miriam, but oh. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This needs to be blocked. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think just more attackers is the better way to do this. They can only block so many. This Thran's lethal. Good game. Oh my gosh, that was a long one. I did like that match. And it wasn't because I won, it was because, oh my gosh, this game had a lot of decision making. And there were times where I wanted to do something like just Journey to Nowhere a creature because it was a creature and they had this, and oh, it felt like I won that. It wasn't just one for me. And that's always a good feeling to have. Oh my gosh, and that was the last game. That was us getting to 7 wins. 19 to 18, I'm pretty sure neither of us played card draw, so that was just a 22 turn match. Wow. Wow. Yeah. No card draw. Oh, that's why they're at 19. There a total of 1 additional card was drawn during this match. Wow. There we are. So another 7 wins. And yeah, this is just kind of aggressive, no card advantage. So yeah, let's just analyze tempo. So like, this I didn't think would be a tempo card, but it's just like, play as a 0/4. On a later turn, Breton is lethal. This is like the kill spells were great. Ariet's Lullaby could have been better, and this was an aggressive deck, so this could have been better, but like, Frontier Seeker is great. Omen Port was just a 2-mana 2/2. Then that was good enough because I needed a early curve. Obviously, Miriam and Congregation Gift single-handedly won games. Jitte, I liked Jitte. Yeah, like Jitte, I think there were a lot of times where they had to deal with it. There was last game, they had to deal with this or it would deal with them. Sterling Hound, I am really impressed. So this is, in the previous set, there was a 2-mana 2/1 with Surveil 1. And the idea of that was you put it in your deck because, hey, you can fit it in your deck and it does something useful. The difference between Surveil 1 and Surveil 2 is pretty huge. It's the difference between deciding the top card and actually setting up your plays. Sterling Hound was fantastic. Yeah, 3-mana 3/2 is a decent body. Sterling Hound is... I think people are underestimating it. I've seen it at 1.5. I'm at least putting it at 2. Like, I think in my other deck, I also had a Sterling Hound, and it did its job. Like, I think this is a far better common. Yeah, no, this is a good common. I'm just calling it. This is a good common. 2.5. Oasis Gardener, fine. Really, the reason Oasis Gardener was good was because we had no card draw, and that's got me mana ramping while being a creature. Congregation Grift, absolutely insane. Vengeful Townsfolk, best version of this. Like, hands down, just being a 3-mana 3/3 means it's just playable as a card, and then it also has that effect. Bighorn, good card. Especially, I don't think I've played Bighorn without Miriam, so basically, yeah, when this is Vigilance growing threats, yeah, it just happens to be a bit better. So I'm not sure how good Bighorn is without Miriam. Stagecoach Security, played like once. 5 mana 4/5 was good enough. Sterling Supplier was the better 5-drop here. By far the better 5-drop of Sterling Supplier. Bucolic Ranch also. Just when we got into those late game stalls, this card saw action. The fact, like, nothing else that, like, let's imagine you have no mounts in your deck. This is 4 mana Surveil. This is 4 mana Scry 1. Ignore everything else. This is 4 mana Scry 1. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Overall, I mean, the deck did what it did. Huh. And we came out of this day about 4,400, let's see, 4,650 more gems. Well, I also spent the gems, so. But yeah, I only spent 500. Yeah. So I actually I made gems today. That's awesome. Always glad to have a positive win rate. Alright, anything here for constructed? I'm enjoying you, but I'm not sure about a constructed deck for you. Cossack Bronco is one of the cards that would allow it to see play. I won't deny it, but I'm not sure about a constructed deck for you. Alright. Archive Trap, fun and limited. Yep, I mean, great and limited. The thing with all those bounty cards is they're not really playable in standard, which is the constructed I play. So I'm not really able to use them. Steenerback Terror, 3 mana plot. Could see play in a very aggro deck as the top end. But yeah, definitely having no cards is always the cost. It has to be, but yeah. Step Between Worlds. Some people have some fun stuff that they've been trying with this. Obviously, Shieldred into this, they cannot take the card draw or they lose 14 life. You gain 14 life. Oh, like, I think the format has better control decks. The control decks that go that far in will have counter spells. Grindstone as a mythic. That's kind of funny, actually. But, I mean, I get it. It's just kind of funny and limited that the mythics are mill cards. It might end up seeing play, man. Like, some of those games, though, they go very long. Always glad to get a wild card. Always glad to get a wild card. And... oh, there's still 2 more. Okay. Alright. Ride Down did kill me one of those times. I now have 2 Duelists of the Minds. That's great. I have some decks that I want to build, but I'm out magicked today. I've played all that I want to, so... always glad to get my lands, so happy to see that. And the Arid Archways were pretty nice too.